Hello, folks. This is Dr. Sandy, your Parenting That Heals coach. And I have a question from Michael today. He writes, Dr. Sandy, my child is defiant, so defiant. Everything is a fight, everything is a negotiation. It is so difficult, it is so exhausting. Nothing I have tried has worked. So I would like to begin by saying to Michael and to all of you who may have a defiant child, if you are describing your child as defiant, you are wrong. Let me say that again. If you are using the word defiant to describe your child, you are incorrect. Your child is not defiant. Your child is hurting inside, deeply hurting inside. Your child has a hurting inner spirit. And that is the real issue, because when your child has that hurt inside, they don't know how to deal with it and they come out fighting. It's their only way they know how to deal with that inner pain and that inner hurt. So obviously, what you want to be doing is discovering where that hurt is coming from. Why is your child hurting so deeply on the inside that they have to come out fighting in the way that they do? I would therefore highly recommend that you stop describing your child as defiant. I would highly recommend that you don't get a diagnosis of oppositional defiance disorder. And if you do have a diagnosis already, I would highly recommend that you trash it. Just forget it. Because as I've said, that is not the issue. The real issue is what is going on inside of your child. And the defiance is just an external symptom of your child trying to cope with whatever is hurting on the inside. So what could be hurting your child? There could be a whole bunch of reasons why your child is hurting on the inside. But I would like to really talk about the deepest reason of all, and that is that the child is feeling as though how they show up is not good enough. And why would a child begin to feel that how I show up, who I am, is not good enough? Where would that come from? A child can't be born with a belief like that. So where did that come from? And the belief would come from very loving, caring parents who unintentionally kind of sent that message. And how did these loving parents send the message? By constantly telling the child that they need to do better, that they need to try harder, that they're not getting it right, that you want something different from them, that they need to behave differently. And obviously, if they keep hearing that from a parent, they're going to come to the conclusion, well, if I need to do better and different, then who I am is just not good enough. And I also want to highlight here that I know that there's no parent who ever said to the child, you're not good enough. I also know, however, that children are very sensitive and they will hear that message if you are continually correcting them, continually lecturing to them, continually getting into power struggles with them, continually not hearing them. They will come to the conclusion that they are not good enough. So what is my tip for today? My tip is, well, actually there are two tips. The first tip is for you to stop using the word defiance. It is, your child doesn't have a disorder. Your child is hurting on the inside. And the second tip is for you to be able to take a look at the way in which you communicate with your child. How often do you tell your child that they need to do something better, different, try harder, versus how often do you tell your child what a unique and wondrous human being they are?